Good morning. Sunday morning.
Happy Sunday. Welcome to Zeducation, and welcome to another episode of You Laugh, You Lose. If you are new to this channel and new to this series, the game is simple. If you laugh at anything in today's show, you lose, and you have to do a punishment. What is today's punishment? If you laugh, you lose. You have to read the new Kamala Harris book when it comes out, and you have to do it in one sitting. And if there is an audiobook version, you have to listen to that instead. And you have to do it on regular speed. No 2x speed to speed through it. You have to listen to her voice reading the book. That's what you gotta do. If you accept the terms of today's game, head down and like this video. And if you are new here, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now on to today's game. If you laugh, you lose. Go. This week on House Hunters. Husband, I make sculptures out of wet cereal. Wife, I sell ornamental ferret pillows. Our budget, $860,000. Yeah, like, do you have are you a trust fund kid? Like, where's this money coming from? Because you ain't making that kind of money on those jobs. It's just not happening. Are you laundering money with those businesses? Like, explain some more, House Hunters. How do these people afford this crap? The easiest way to find out if a movie is on Netflix is to ask yourself, do you want to see it? If the answer is yes, it's not on Netflix. They have a lot of junk on there. We've been over this. A lot of garbage. And what do they release? Like one new thing a week, and half the time it's like rehashed stuff. Wasn't that long ago that they did a murder show that was basically hijacked from the JCS Criminal Psychology channel. That's a real thing. So wait a minute. The YouTube channel did it way better, though. How much money did you guys spend on this? This is garbage. And you guys just took the idea from him. They've been doing that a lot lately with their documentary-style videos. Very sad to see. Me filling up my Stanley through the straw because my husband forgot to fill it up before work, and now I can't open it. You might need to use something else besides your Stanley for the day. And people like Cher think that men are worthless. We don't need men, right? Who's gonna open your Stanley? You ever think of that one? Just went number 5. Jeez. What is a number 5? What did you eat? Yeah, a little curry, huh? A little spicy curry? A couple habaneros? Jeez, man. 2020 advertisements. Own the floor. 2025. Look at that. Feels like we're making a shift back to sanity, right? We're not celebrating obesity, celebrating unhealthy lifestyles with fitness brands, right? So, promoting family? Look at that. Promoting family with Scotty Scheffler? Wow. I mean, that's a huge shift. We know, I mean, they're very anti-family, anti-having kids. So, yeah, big deal here. All the dads getting together after mowing the yard on Sunday. Look at that. We got some professionals there talking. I might have to consult these guys. You know, I'm new to caring about my lawn. Please, I need him gone. Oh my. You're gonna, well, yeah, put it for free, dude. $20? No one's buying that for 20 bucks. That thing is haunted. That thing right there has a demon in it. Get it out, throw it in the trash. 20 bucks. Climate change is real. Los Angeles was on fire in January, and July brings ice. Ting. Seen this guy quite a bit recently. He's got some good stuff out there. I actually think we had him on here one time with, he was carrying all the groceries in one trip. Love to see it. New study finds that people still wearing face masks in 2025 are 300 times more annoying than the average person. I just heard a story about someone like this recently. And it fit the meme. They're stuck in a weird psychosis, man. Weird psychosis. And I honestly, I pray for them, man. That's sad. Sad to see. At this point, there's really no talking sense to those people. They're gone. Do you ever just like flex your foot wrong and it cramps and you're just like, this is it. This is how it ends. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that hurts bad. You ever got a Charlie horse in your leg, in your thigh, like at church or something when you're sitting down, you're like, oh, you're trying to just battle through it, straighten your leg and try not to make a scene, but you almost can't not. So make sure you drink lots of water. Stretch out before you're going to sit for a while. The folks in the office are going to hate me. Yeah, that's messed up. That's actually really messed up. It's easy to decipher what is what, but you still have to do the work to do that. That's the annoying part here. So the American people waiting for just one Democrat to be held accountable for literally anything. Again, nobody's going to jail except for that guy, Menendez, the senator from New Jersey. He did. He went to jail, which there's one. And then the Republican congressman, he went to jail. Santos. So 2 people actually did go to jail. So it kind of refutes what I said earlier. So maybe, here's a suggestion. Maybe most of it is a show from both sides. Maybe it's just a show. I don't know. Maybe it's all manufactured to keep us here squabbling, talking, and nothing's ever going to actually happen. Maybe there's your black pill for the day. People can have different opinions. Dude, this right here sums up Reddit. People can have different opinions. Negative 439 karma. That website is an absolute dumpster fire. You can't have an opinion outside of the left-wing echo chamber. You cannot. Absolutely not. Otherwise, you will get banned there. We're banned there. We've been banned there for years now. For sharing memes, mind you. Fart. A documentary. How have I not seen this? 2016, what's the description here? An honest and insightful look at the history of passing gas and the humor surrounding it, with appearances from big names such as... I bet this ain't on Netflix. Where do I watch this? Let's look this up here. What's a fact that sounds fake but is 100% true? Nancy Pelosi is 7 years older than the state of Israel, and she's running for re-election. That's actually not funny. Dude. And is that true? Is she actually running for re-election? Come on. Dude, no. I thought I heard that she was stepping down. Let it go, Nancy. Let it go. When God sends you a sign. Don't ignore the signs, boys. This is why you have to have a good group of friends around you. Because a good group of friends, unfiltered, friends that can call you an idiot when you're being an idiot, they will tell you if it's a bad idea. Okay, and you should not always listen to them, but you should most of the time. The deficit illustrated for ordinary Americans: 7 trillion spending, 5 trillion revenue. Struggling, but it's keeping up. It's holding. I think we've only had one surplus, and it was like back in the 90s under Clinton, and we've had deficit spending ever since. And sadly, I hate to be doom and gloom here, but it's going to get worse. Awesome idea for the bees. Airbnb. It's dumb. Super dumb. Messy fringe. Bussin', no cap. What is that? The stupid brain rot talk? Skibbity, right? Brain rot. The hell's wrong with kids these days, man? You even got Trump now. You got Trump freaking doing the llama haircut. Hear me out. Releasing the Epstein files on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert. I love it. Genius idea. We can do a roll call of all the people involved. Here are all the people that went to the island. It warrants the question to each of them. What were you doing there? Being 16 has its perks. I must have skipped being 16. Yeah, dude, what are you talking about? No, yeah, what is that? I don't know, was it a Mustang? You're lucky. I was lucky too. I did get a car. The first one was a Beretta. It was like $400. And then though, I got it was a 98 Mazda Protege. Manual. Yeah. They had their set of problems, but it was a good car while I had it. My daughter's new Bluetooth karaoke mic has suddenly and mysteriously disappeared, and we are all just so sad that we can't find it. Those things are fun sometimes, but yeah, they go missing quite often. Then they'll show up randomly, but women were gaslit to fear a Handmaid's Tale but not told it already exists worldwide. Truly. Truly. And the Handmaid's Tale thing. Remember that? All these activists out there wearing the Handmaid's Tale stuff. We're going to lose rights. What are you talking about? None of that happened, for one. And for two, yes, it does exist. It really does. This and never watch an Instagram reel again. Oh, yeah. In a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That's all you need right there. Looks like you got some plants. Hopefully, if you have some acreage, you can hunt a little bit too. That face you make when your period is late because you're a guy. I laughed way too hard at that, but that's funny. It's messed up, man. Still haven't found my other sock. It's the sock monster. You ain't finding it. She gone forever. Every Midwestern farm home has one of these. Yep. Remember that exact photo at my grandparents'? They had that exact photo. Well, obviously a little different layout there of the farm, but I heard though that it was kind of like you didn't seek someone out to go do this. Someone would drive around in their plane or whatever, the helicopter, take photos of every farm, and then they'd go around to door and be like, hey, I took this photo of your farm. You want it? Pay me for it. Kind of like that. Worth it though. Worth it. The Federal Reserve. Especially, when they cut rates again, money printer, it's going to go crazy. And we're getting rate cuts here really soon, probably September. That's what the market's saying. And next year, there's probably going to be quite a few rate cuts. And then after that, you have quantitative easing. Combine that with rate cuts, we're going to, 2026 could be nuts. It literally could be nuts. Not because things are unbelievable right now, but because the money printers are going to go wild. When you want to take a nap, but you also want to pillage. Dude, I want this. I want this. How much is this? Who has this? Is it custom? I'll buy it. I'll love it. Can you find the Epstein files? Dude, get this guy on it. Get him on it. Rainbolt, right? That's his name? Unbelievable gift that this man has. He could find him. Guarantee it. Date night idea. Couple left bikes in yard to lure thieves, beat them with bats, and posted videos on YouTube. I think that's a real story. Have you ever seen those videos of where people plant the bicycles that are like tied to a string, and then the thief will come steal the bike and then ride away on it, and then all of a sudden the string will jerk the bike and they'll fly off? It's kind of like the deer from last week. The fake deer. It's like, shame on the poacher, shame on the thief, but at the same time, it feels a little bit like entrapment. Just a little bit, You're entrapping these people. They wouldn't have done it. Well, but here's the other thing too, is they probably would have done it to someone else. So let's shame them with some entertaining contents before they do it to someone else. Yes, I kind of get it, South Park creators reach 1.5 billion streaming deal with Paramount. Stephen Colbert could have tried humor. Ting. I love that. That would have maybe kept his show alive, but he hasn't been humorous for a very, very long time. It's just complete propaganda. It has been for a long time. I always go back to they had the dancing needles on the show to try to get people to take the vaccine. It was wild. It was very bizarre, like very Orwellian even. Bedtime is the leading cause of dehydration in children. Dehydration, bathroom breaks. I feel this one. You had one job. I don't know what city worker did this. I used to do this. I used to maintain the baseball fields. I'm very proud of it. This makes me disgusted. But whoever was doing this, they were not in their right mind. That or they don't know baseball and they should be fired. Gulf of no one has been arrested yet. Seems to be a theme this episode. No one's getting arrested, guys. Just give it up. We've reviewed your application, but unfortunately, we don't think you're a great fit because we noticed you didn't post a black square on your Instagram story in June 2020. You know what? Actually, I'm the opposite. If you posted that in 2020, you're not getting hired. You lack critical thinking skills. I don't think companies are actually doing this. I'm sure there are some, but those companies, they don't last long because their priorities are wrong, which priorities should be to make money and provide for employees and keep making money so they can get better benefits, stuff like that, right? Winter fans be like, ah, yes, 6 p.m. But at about 5 p.m., you're clapping some walleyes in the fish house, yeah? 15:25, 17:25, 19:25, 20:25. Accurate, sadly, right? But Tyler, those women didn't have rights. Well, you know, when I see 17:25, maybe that's like new Pilgrim to America, but it kind of reminds me of like the British time period when they had queens, right? So, oh, the Tyler didn't have rights. Shut up. But now this is really, 2025 is very representative. Many of these women very unhappy. They're clearly missing something in their lives. If Jay-Z and Beyonce were broke. Accurate, yeah. That's hilarious. Paper straws contain toxic forever chemicals. Could be worse than plastic. We've had this before, but I always love showing this. It's hilarious and sad at the same time, but show this to your blue-haired aunts. She'll love that. A visual representation of how coffee works. Yeah, and then the more accustomed your body gets to caffeine, the heavier that becomes for the little bird, you know? Baby elephants are born weighing 250 pounds, making them the biggest baby in the world except liberal women. I love it. A lot of great memes today. A lot of poking at, fun at liberal women, which they deserve. So I'm all for it. Colleges to 18-year-olds. Just sign here. Don't worry about these loans. After you get this degree, you'll get a great job. Well, yes, if you go for medicine, most medical jobs, great idea to go to college for. Engineering, a lot of science degrees, stuff like that. You'll probably find a great job. And, you know, the stereotypical gender studies stuff, the social studies degrees. Is that going to get you a good job? No, it's not. We talk about this all the time on this channel. People get really upset. They get really angry. But Tyler, what about this? Of course. Go be a doctor. It's a great thing to go to college for. Feminists, when a woman is happy with her husband. You're oppressed. You're oppressed. They'll say, shut up. Shut up. I'm sure if that woman had a great marriage, a good husband, had some kids, she'd be immensely happier. Not always, but you know. Some dudes will legit live in apartments like this and don't see any issue. Dude, this one's next level. This looks pretty clean. You have a little locker that serves as a dresser. Your TV is mounted. I mean, this is some next level, high level stuff right here. I love this. You can Venmo the United States to help pay off the national debts. That is true. The fact that that's an option, if anyone does that, sincerely, seek help. Give all of your financial controls to someone else. Give power of attorney to... You're making bad decisions if you were paying that off for the United States government. The masculine urge to spend 3 hours mowing instead of going to therapy. Mowing is therapy. It really is. Keep on keeping on, boys. Get out there and mow some lawns. It will help your mental health for sure. You're stressed out? Go get some instant gratification and mow the lawn. Do some work. They should make a separate TSA line for people who've never had a single sense of urgency. Oh, it's the worst. Here's the worst part about the TSA when you go through that line is when you get through it and then you have someone that is just backing everyone up to the metal detector and that stupid thing you have to go through that probably isn't good for you. But there's a line backed up to that because someone's taking their sweet old time putting their shoes back on, their belt. Oh, I gotta get my billfold and put it in my pocket. Oh, there's my cell phone. Let me make sure the airplane mode is off. Put it back. It's like, dude, get over there by the bench and do it. Ugh. I hate flying. I hate it. 15:25, 17:25, 19:25, 20:25. Something happened, man. Something went wrong. AC off, on. I need a car like this, man. you don't have a, you know, an AC unit in your car, that's fewer things that can break down. You're hot, start driving fast. Pull the windows down. Get some air on you, you know? Shout out to these little guys. No better snack than cheese inside a candle. You know, I would agree with that. Those little things of cheese, Baby Bells, right? Delicious cheese. Delicious. My favorite mythical creatures are happy girls in tampon commercials. The tampon commercials, you got the medicine commercials, the pharmacy commercials, very bizarre stuff they put out there. I've reached the age where I drive around and say, dang, I remember when this was all woods. I do this all the time. My wife is not from my hometown, and whenever we drive through it, I'm like, yeah, that happened there. Dave crashed his bike right there. Bo lost a tooth right there. Yeah, right there. I got in a car accident right there, you know. Going through the whole town. Be the reason HR updates their training. Be the reason. Share the memes. Offend. Make them not happy. Trigger. Don't do that. Legend has it that this car belonged to a man who parked in the shade while his wife ran into Hobby Lobby for just a few things. R.I.P., brother. R.I.P. Target, Hobby Lobby, huge mistake. Huge mistake. Don't do this, boys. No stupid questions. Am I allowed to cut the chip off my credit card and attach it inside of a magician's wand so I can tap it to magically complete purchases? I'm gonna say yes, but I don't recommend it. That's where I'm at. There is always that one coworker that's like this. That guy's smart. Especially, you don't keep a 12-pack of pop in there, letting your coworkers have access to that. You don't want to tempt them. So you're being good to both parties. You're saving yourself money because they're not going to steal. And you're not tempting them. They're not tempted to steal because they don't have that option anymore. It's great. Avoid temptation. When I see this, I think it looks like this. Oh, wow. I will never look at Sydney, Australia, mate, differently. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Taco Bell isn't even good. Yeah, I know. Sometimes the raccoon inside of me craves garbage. Leave me and my Crunchwrap alone. Yeah, I feel this one. Sometimes you just want garbage. Which reminds me, I just had the snack wraps at McDonald's, which I've hyped up for a long time now. Dude, what kind of new re-release is this, McDonald's? There's only two options, ranch and spicy. And that's it. And they're the fried chicken ones, right? You used to have ranch, barbecue, honey mustard, and then you got the crispy or the grilled option. So it was semi-healthy. It wasn't full healthy, but it was better. And it's not even good, dude. It's not. I don't want to get mad. I don't want to get mad. No, I feel decepted, dude. Deceived. I feel deceived. McDonald's, never going there again. Okay, maybe for a breakfast sandwich. Again, I know it's not good for me, but sometimes you want a breakfast sandwich. How'd you do in today's game? Did you laugh at all? If you did, you lose. And all that means is you have to read Kamala Harris's new book and or listen to it when it comes out. You have to do it in one sitting. Let me know how you did down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help us get it recommended to others. That's it for today's game. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
Yes, are you willing to support veterans organizations? Idiots.